We're talking about business and how to grow your business, especially if you're a small business owner. And these are some ways that I'm still learning, so I'm going to put it out there for you guys.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Hey y'all, welcome to another video. My name is Buki Afalayo Buki Barbs. I'm an interior designer, a content creator, of business owner. So in Lagos, Nigeria. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're a new subscriber, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not really talking so much today because I didn't even prepare for this video, so I'm just going to be freestyling and then putting out some things that I actually learned over the years and over the weeks about starting up a small business. I actually started my business when I finished university. That was in 2016 actually, 2016. So I started my business in 2016, and I didn't just know what I started actually as a makeup artist because I learned the business of makeup, of beauty and everything as a teenager. So I'd already started that even before I started a business structure. So I was just going to, people would come to my room, at school, and I would do their makeup. And when they had whatever occasion they had, like parties and everything, or school parties, because I went to Redeemers University. So if you're a Redeemer University student, you can say hi there. So yeah, I went to Redeemers University. So I was already a makeup artist. I started doing makeup at 17. So I already had the idea even before 17 about makeup, and I already liked beauty. So that's something that I've always wanted to do, not just makeup, anything skincare. And I still am in the business of learning more and just expanding my mind, because you have to know something that in life you never stop learning. Like, you're always learning daily, every day. So yeah, so I started as a makeup artist, and people would come to my room and I would do their makeup. And I would collect, I would even shaping their brows, and I would just collecting whatever. Like, I would just say, okay, for shaping your brows, this is the amount you would pay. For doing the makeup, this is the amount you would pay. And yeah, it was really interesting because it kind of taught me how to be a business owner, because none of my parents are business people. Like, I had to learn it on my own. Like, this is something that I never knew anything about business. I don't know anything about profit, how to make profit. I only learned it in school, and it's not like I was putting my mind into it. But I always knew that I'm going to own my business. I always knew that I'm going to own a company. So I had to just learn it from the streets. I had to just learn it on my own. I never had a tutor. I never had a business developer. I don't mind still getting one, but the little I can learn for myself is what I'm going to put out there for you. And even also the little I learned from seeing how other people talk about businesses, and going on the internet, going on Google and learning how all these things, they really do help. So make sure that you are always learning. Read books, go on Google search. Make sure that you are constantly improving yourself. Life is about improvement. Life is about improving yourself. So never stop learning, never stop improving yourself. So yeah, that was how I just started as a makeup artist. I would do, when I finished school, I continued. I would do makeup for my friends, when we would live together, and the friends that would come over, and I would do their makeup. And everybody liked it. I had never had a bad comment about makeup, and I always knew that I would grow. So I really wanted to expand myself. Makeup started becoming like a really big thing back then in like 2014, 2015. Like, gradually it wasn't so big like it is now. So, and I had already known about it ever since, even before 2014. Like, I already knew about it. I knew I would always steal my mom's, makeup, and I would do it when I was a kid. And I always knew that beauty is something that I really want to go into, and I am never shy, and it's something that I will always embrace in my life. So yeah, so after school I continued and I started doing it, and I just opened like a little brand about my makeup. And whenever my friends are going out traveling, whatever, I would just do their makeup for them, and they really always loved it because it would always last and it would always stand out rather. And I was like, this is what I really want to do. So as time was going and everything, life really like showed me that I need to also expand in so many other ways. I always had eyes for beautiful things. Like whenever I see something that is quality and beautiful, I just always like loved it. And I always knew that this is something that I always knew something that is really high quality, and I always had eyes for quality things and all that. And when I was younger, and because I grew up in Delta State in Warri, so they weren't like really like big like skyscrapers, and I didn't really get to like see so many like beautiful interior designs and all that. So it was just something I would see in movies, and anytime we would come to Lagos for holidays, you would see all those kind of things. Like we would pass through Victoria Island. I and my little brother would always point out like, okay, this is my house, this is my house. It was so interesting. So this was like a vision that I knew that I would love to be a developer. Like I would love to be a transformer. I would love to like do things, build houses, build homes, do the interior design. So I was ready to learn from the beginning, and that was how I started. At 21, I started to grow myself into the business world and learn. I opened my company at the age of 21, and then I started to learn, and that was it. And I started to grow, I started to learn. Please, you guys, just quite ignore the noise that you can hear. That's my UPS because the light went out and I really wanted to shoot with the light, but that's about it. So I'll make this video as quick as possible. It's just a few points of mine, and I hope you all enjoy it. So yeah, so going about it here, so I really wanted to like grow in the makeup business, and then I had to put that aside so that I could grow in other ways, in other ways of businesses. And then I had someone who was ready to teach me real estate, and then this person would show me beautiful homes, and I was always going out with this person just to learn about real estate. And I was always so one thing that always brought me into the real estate thing was the interior design. Like I always tried to put my eyes into the details, and I saw that most developers didn't really quite get it right, because you would see that most of the homes and most of the places you visit, if you really take your time to look at it, they are not really well built and they are not actually well planned. And that's the truth. And those are the kind of things that as a designer and as a developer right now, I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to bring solution to the market. Those things that people are not getting right, I want to be able to get it right. I want to be able to do it right. Like you see someone who would paint a house, even the place I am living right now is horrible. That's why I always pray for building my own thing, building my own structure, and then building my own company. And you see like painters don't even paint the houses well, the carpenters don't put their eyes into details, and you will see why so many businesses don't last, because they are only thinking about profit instead of putting the right doing the right thing, and providing the right services for people, which is really annoying. Hold on, maybe I should like do something about my UPS and I'll get back to y'all. As I was saying, I think the noise is quite reduced now, so I had to learn and put my mind into it. And I was so like intentional about what I was doing at that age. At 21, I was so intentional about building my own structure. I always knew who I was. I always know who I am. And yeah, so when I saw that I couldn't continue with this person for some reasons I don't want to put out there, I had to start from the beginning, because I had nobody to like put me through about what starting up an interior design company or starting up a real estate company. The idea was to actually start up a real estate company while having my beauty company by the side and everything. I believe in I can do all things, being a jack of all trades and a master in all, but I have to master all to be a master in all. So yeah, I had to think my business. So I had to, know what do I do at that age. I didn't have any, I would, I remember you would telling my mom that this is what I want to do, and they fearing for me that, are you sure in give, but my mom, she believed in me even as much as she was a bit scared. But she always used to tell me that, your parents are both civil servants and they are not business people, but if this is what you want to do, she would encourage me. And the reason why I had the passion for interior design was the way my mom would take care of our house. Like it's not like it was so aesthetically pleasing, but she was so clean and neat about everything she had, like our curtains, everything down to the beddings, the rug in the house. Like she would use it for over 10 years and it's still looking new. And I'm like, I want to do better. I would always look at things and I'm like, I can do better. Like I would look at the house and I'm like, I wish I could do this, do this, do this. So I always like to like make things better. And I would look at my mom's kitchen, she would still keep it so neat, so beautiful. And I'm like, I can make this place look even better than this. And I had to, move to Lagos immediately I finished school. I had to move down to Lagos at 21 and like start up my life and start up the business. It wasn't easy, to be honest. When I tell you that it wasn't easy, it was not easy at all. So I had to like put my mind into it. I had to be intentional. And then even with all the nays out there, even from the people that I loved, I just had to continue. I just knew what I was doing. I just knew the vision that God had given unto me that I had to hold on to, even if it means trying so many things, because I know I can do so many things. That's one of my biggest, talent. I don't know if that's a talent, but I believe that I can do so many things. Like I can do so many things. When I mean so many things, I can. So I had to learn how to do interior design. And how was the best way? I met this angel one time who told me that I would call that person an angel, because I just said, okay, maybe I would just start by, if I don't have the finances to like start up a real estate company, I can just start by having like start by doing the littlest thing I can do, like the most, like what can I do? Okay, just sell beddings. And I was like, okay, I'll just start by selling my beddings, and I gather some money and do build the structure of the company. And I met this person who told me that, oh, why don't you go to Tejo show and Yaba, and you would see all these people with quality beddings. And I was so inspired and I was so intentional. And the next day what actually happened? How did I start BULOY Empire? I started BULOY Empire by, I had this iPhone 6 Plus, and I was like, how do I do this? I sold my iPhone. I actually sold my iPhone 6 Plus for 100,000 naira. I put it out on Gigi, and someone was so quick to quickly buy it, so I sold it and I got the 100,000 naira. So I divided the money into two. So I used 50,000 naira for my personal use, and then I used the remaining 50,000 naira. I took myself down to Yaba. I prayed to God that, God, please just send me an angel, and God answered. Anytime I pray, God answers. Anytime you pray, God answers, especially when you believe. So I was there and I just met this person, and the person, I just told him I just need quality fabrics for bedding. I didn't behave like someone who is just starting. I just said I need quality. I just told the person this is what I want, and the person was like, that's the only thing he sells. And he just took me down to the store and he showed me and he taught me everything. He said, this is how you know a polished cotton, this is how you know American cotton. It was just telling me different types, and I was learning it was calling some big brother cotton. Everybody had their own slang. So yeah, I went for the polished cotton, and they sewed it there for me with the pillowcases, and I was like wow. And I think had like 5 or 6 of them. I started with just bed sheets, so I had like 5 or 6. My roommate, my all my flatmates, actually, they bought it. My neighbors in the estate, they bought it, and they were like, oh my god. My friend's boyfriend bought it, and they were like, this quality, this material, I love it. Like, they were encouraging me, can you also do duvet? I'm like, yes, I can. So I had to go back there to the market. I had something to do every day, something that was taking me out every day. And I love to go out there also hustle. I love that spirit of hustle. Is just in my life, like it's just in my life. I don't know. So I love to go out there to hustle. So I was just going out. I would take myself, like, take the, was it, I don't know if it was a bus I was taking or it was an Uber. So I don't know, one of the things, I don't know what of the transport system. So I would just go out there. I think it was a bus. So I'll go to Yaba, I'll buy so many materials. Then they'll tell me, okay, I need to make a duvet, and the person will say, okay, this is the fiber we have, 1.5 inch fiber, we have 1 inch fiber. So I was learning it. Then they'll tell me this is the thickness, but for Nigeria climate, okay, this is what you use. So that was how I was learning. I would listen to what they were saying. Why not behaving like a novice, but behaving professional, but still learning, being humble to learn. And then the packaging was one of my thing, and I was like, I would love the best packages, and they gave me the best of the best packages with very thick, something that you can use for years. I'm very sure some of my friends are still using some of their packaging, bedding stuff, and it was so cool. Then I would pack it up and I would sell it, and people would buy. Like, that was how people were buying from me. Then I would put it out there on Instagram. People were ordering. All my friends from school, they would order. People even outside of Lagos would order. So from there, that's how I started growing. Then I would go out there, and if I go deliver this bedding, someone can ask, oh, please, can you do curtains? I'll say, yes, I can. I never said no. So I'll go out there, okay, please, can you do the curtain for me? So I'll go there, oh my god, I don't know, someone wants to do curtains, how do I do it? Oh, the person will say, okay, don't worry, I'll come, we'll have to take measurements. From there, they'll tell me, okay, whenever you want to do a curtain, this is how you do the measurement, this is how you make the measurement, and I was really learning how to do the curtains. Then I'll go on Google and also clarify, and I was like, these people know what they are doing, and these are the kind of people I want to be supplying me. And they were supplying me for years, and I would do curtains, people would love it. Then from there I grew, and people would say, oh, do you also do rugs? I'm like, yeah, I can. And I'll go there, oh, please, I need rugs. Oh, where can I get like the best rug where I can also see profit? Oh yeah, this is where you go, and I'll go there. I was always intentional. About what I was doing. Be intentional about your vision. I was always intentional. I would go out there. I was always going out. I'm not the type to say, oh, you go there and because this is a small business, so I have to learn. I was learning from the streets. From curtains, I grew to rugs. From rugs, oh, can you do wallpaper? Yes, I can. I knew how to take measurement. I got my tape. I knew how to measure. Anything I can't understand, I'll call them, please, can you come on site? They would measure it. Then from there, I grew into furniture. I was like, oh, I would like to also do locally made furniture. So it's not, I started growing. And then one client once told me that, I'm not going to pay you this amount of money, because it was about to pay a huge amount. And I'm like, the person was ordering from Calabar. I would remember that client forever. And the client was like, I'm not going to pay you this huge amount of money into your personal account. So I'll be patient with you. So go get a company account, register your company, then I would pay. Okay, I think I had already registered the company. Yeah, because I registered the company already. Like when I started the company, I just registered it. So it was like 30,000 naira. So I just did the registration. So the person was like, I'm not going to pay you. If this is a registered company, you need also a registered company account. So I had to go out there. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. I went out there, I went to the bank, they did everything for me, gave me my checkbook, it was so cool. So I started becoming more legit, and I gave it to the client. The client was so satisfied. I made so many mistakes as well. As much as everything was going as sweet, as beautiful as it was, then there came the mistakes. Not, I won't say terrible mistakes, but mistakes that I was able to correct. And I would cry sometimes because it wasn't easy. I was the only one doing everything. I would tell you for free that nobody ever sponsored my business. I sponsored everything. Like, I've been struggling, and it's not been easy even up till now, but I'm growing and I'm better now, and I've learned and I'm still learning. So yeah, I made many mistakes, but it was something I corrected. I never ran away from the mistakes. Yeah, there were times I would run away, I would cry, but I would have to go back and correct those mistakes. Some workers that would run away with my items. I met with flop guys and all that. These are stories for another day. So I'm just trying to tell you now that if you're growing a small business, never be afraid. Yes, mistakes would be made, but learn from them. Just learn from them. Don't use them as a way to quit. Learn from them. We are trying to be sustainable people. We are trying to grow brands that would last. If you read about Mercedes, if you read about Ford, if you read about all these great companies, they have been existing for decades, for generations. And this was what actually inspires me, that I can do all things. This doesn't make my beauty business go away. It's still there. And right now I'm intentional about it because now I really want to grow. I've been so focused on the interior and exterior design and real estate company that I'm now growing that one so that it can stand, and then I can now focus on the other parts of myself. I actually sell myself, think my business. So these are some ways to increase in your business. Now I'm in that part in my life where I just want to increase, and I just want to increase because in life, if you're not increasing, what are you doing? So these are ways you can increase in your business. One, focus on the vision of your business. You should always write the vision. Write the vision, make it plain. It's even in your Bible. Write the vision and make it plain. So focus on the vision of the business. What is my vision? What is my goal? What do I want at the end of the day? What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? You should be able to learn the language of your business. And one thing I learned about is that you should think your business while you have others do the business, but you should be the one thinking. Especially when you're a CEO, you should be the thinker of your business. You should be the one sitting down to think the business while you have people doing the business. And always make sure that you learn to collaborate. Whenever you with people that run with the vision of your business, collaborate with people that are in the same idea, the same vision. If you want the greatest company in the world, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. You have to make sure that you avoid the greatest mistakes, and you make sure that you are consistent. So consistency makes with the fact that you're also focused on the vision of your business is very paramount. Another thing is that your business should be able to make impact. If your business is not making impact, what are you doing? You should be able to do something that makes impact in the lives of people. If it's interior design, what impact are you doing in the life of people? Is it what construction? What impact are you doing? Is it tech? What impact? I feel like Nigerians now should be able to build phones, smartphones, creating impact in Africa, automobiles, so many great things to do in Africa, especially Nigeria. We are so talented people, and we should be able to make impact in the life, not just thinking, yes, the purpose of a business is to make profit, but when you're making profit without making impact, what are you doing? You're not building a sustainable business. Another thing is inspiration. Your business should be able to inspire. These are ways to inspire people. When even by yourself, even with the way you run your business, you should be always be an inspiration to people. I feel like my story right now that I just shared is an inspiration to someone out there who is probably thinking that I want to start a business, I don't know how to. You can just sell your phone. I sold my phone, and I was using I think I was now using an Android, and from there I was able to later on get a new iPhone. So you should, if you have to be uncomfortable, I'm not saying you should go and sell your phone, but if you have to be uncomfortable to get what will make you comfortable, do it. just do it. Right now I'm not comfortable. I'm not in the kind of house that, oh my god, I really love this house, this is my kind of house, I would love to like invite my friends. No, but I have to keep going. I have to do the things that would lead me to the kind of house I want. I have to do the job that will take me to the places I want to be. I will have to keep growing. I have to keep getting better. I have to keep thinking my business. So learn the language of your business until until you become the business. You have to learn the language of your business till you become the business. Be the best that you can be. Don't let other people think your business. Don't let other people don't even, whenever you have an executive people or your your team, anyone thinking small, it shouldn't be a part of your executives. Like anyone that is not in the vision, that is not running with the vision of your business, should not be at your table. Anybody that's thinking too small shouldn't be your friend. Like, I don't like friends that think so, because I think really, really big, and sometimes it's really scary. I want to say sometimes it's always really scary, but I know that I can do it. I know I can do all things. I know that. I remember when I started my business and I would do food. I used to do food business, which I will still definitely continue. I used to do so many things. I've tried so many things when it comes to business. And I remember this friend that told me that, why are you doing everything? Now everything where you go do, like, it was a way to discourage me. But I told her that yes, now everything I go do. So yeah, make sure that you are intentional about building relationships with capital. Do not beg for anything. Do not beg for anything. Make sure that you have to hustle, and you need to be deliberate about building relationships. Oh my god, the light is on. So yeah, build your brand brilliantly. Brand building is very important. Okay, yeah, as I was saying, make sure that you build your brand brilliantly, then grow. It means that you have to be able to multiply. When you should always keep growing, you should always be able to multiply whatever profit you make. For now, like, put it out there in your business. Like, okay, for now my company hasn't like gotten the kind of financial stability that I want. Not, I hate saying financial stability, but I would say financial freedom. Like, I want my company to grow into like having her own money, so that I can increase, so that others can increase as well, so that I can bring more people to my table. I know the kind of people I want in my table: the great minds, great ideas, great vision, people from around the world, people that can challenge my thinking. Those are the kind of people that I want. People that are great. While I'm thinking the business, they are doing the business for me. So make sure that you're always growing. You're always growing your business. Okay? So, and when I tell you what does increase mean? So just to put it out there, increase means to expand. Expand your mind, expand your ideas. Like, don't think small, think big. This is what I want. Keep thinking big. And whenever you keep thinking big, you will always realize that there's nothing that's too small for you to do. So yeah, that's what I will put out there, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I don't want to put so much out there. Like, I want people to like be able to take it in, digest it. I know it's just everywhere, so I want to just put in case you want to write it down. So 4 ways to increase your business. Focus on the vision of your business. Oh my god. So focus on the vision of your business. Impact, inspire, and delay gratification. So yeah, those are the areas to make sure that you're increasing. Okay. And yeah, so that's it, and I hope that you all enjoyed this video. I'm still learning to do sit down videos for you guys. So I'm not an expert in business, please, I'm not, but hopefully I should be able to grow my business, and I pray that it becomes a great company, and yeah, I have so many ideas out there that I want to share with the world aside from my beauty, which I already opened the company. I'm about to register it soon, so I'm not going to discuss so much about it so much, but yeah, when it comes out, I'm going to tell you guys what we are going to be on about. As for that, that is that. BULOY Empire has been the real estate development, interior design, construction, manufacturing of furniture, and also importation of furniture and decors. That's what I do as a BULOY Empire company, and it's going to be a great company, greatest company actually. And then for the food, we are gonna keep talking about it. So yes, so many other things are coming out, and I hope that you all are looking forward. And I'm also making sure that I'm looking forward to you to, if you want to start a YouTube business as well, you should also start it. I had to start my YouTube about how many months ago, some months ago, and although it's not growing how I want it to grow, but I pray that people would, find me interesting. I just love to talk and I love to like show people what's going on in my life through YouTube, actually, through documenting what's going on. So yeah, that's all I have to say for now. So thanks for watching, guys. I love you so much, and stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you subscribe. Bye.